Hello gamers, Zlink here with a very late Eula showcase video. Now you might be wondering why why you're so late with this Link, and that's because I've been labbing with her, trying to figure out her optimal playstyle, and I think I've gotten a good handle of the character herself. And also because Artifact RNG has been absolutely tearing me apart. Just nothing good has been coming out for the past 3 weeks. I've only recently gotten good artifacts. But anyways, let's go over her stats. 2300 attack, pretty decent. We got 67% crit rate and 163% crit damage, which is actually like around the average from what I found from typical Eula builds. What's not average is but energy recharge. Yikes, dude! Like, this is not great. Usually you want 130% energy recharge. Only got 116, but I'll work on it, of course. Don't worry, don't at me about that. And we got physical damage bonus around here. And we're rocking Song of Broken Pines. Now, if you don't know what Song of Broken Pines does, it gives you an unconditional 16% attack bonus. And when you hit an enemy, it gives you a sigil. And when you get a sigil, it stacks up to 4 times. And when you get 4 sigils, it gives you 12% attack speed and 20% attack bonus, which is actually pretty big. Alright, and we're running 4-piece Pale Flame. Now, I know some people run 2 Bloodstained and 2 Pale Flame, but I like to run 4-piece Pale Flame because that gives her like the most damage, right? And that's all that matters in this game, just damage. And we got C0, of course, and we're rocking 969 for talents. And the way you want to level up the talents is you want to level up normals and her Q first, and then you can level her E after. I'm gonna wait until I crown Keqing first. A triple crown Keqing first before I crown any of these talents. But the first talent I'm going to crown is probably the Q. Alright, let's start off with her E. So when you press her E, she does a little slash, and when it hits an enemy, she gets these things called Grim Hearts. And you can stack up to 2 of these Grim Hearts. And the more Grim Hearts you have, the more interrupt resistance and the more defense she has. I mean, in my opinion, I never really noticed that because I always use Zhongli with my Eula, but if you don't have a dedicated shield character, this could be really nice for you, right? And when you do her holdie, she does like this wider slash, and if you have any stacks of Grimheart, they will be consumed, and they will lower physical and cryo resistance. And the higher you ascend, the higher the percentage, right? And this is what contributes to your Q burst damage being so high at the end, and I will get into that right here. Oh, also, you want to make sure you have at least 1 stack of Grimheart before you press your Q. The way her Q works is when you activate it, every time you hit an enemy, you stack like a number onto your light sword, and depending on the amount of stacks you get, the higher damage your ultimate does when it bursts at the end, right? And typically, you get around 13 to 14 stacks playing optimally. That's doing the 4 normals into a hold E, into a delay, into a 4 normal attack combo. And that usually gets you around 14 stacks. With Song of Broken Pines, you can get like an extra stack. It's not really reliable though, and I wish that there was like a stack counter or something. Alright, and in this one, this is just when you use her hold E when you have her 2 stacks of Grimheart, right? And it does like a little mini explosion. It's pretty strong actually. You shouldn't underestimate this. This is actually pretty impactful. And this one, it gives you an extra Grimheart when you press her Q, which is very nice. And best talent in the game, right? Alright, and that's pretty much it for Eula's kit. Now let's move on to her teams. So her teams, I usually run double Geo here. I run double Geo with Fischl and Eula. So the premise of this team is to use Zhongli not only to proc double Geo, but also to lower the enemy's physical resistance. And then you want to pop down Obeido's E just for extra damage. And then Fischl's Oz, so that Eula can then conduct superconduct of enemies for the extra physical resistance down. And then you let Eula go to work with her combos, her bursts, whatever she needs to do. But I'm not going to be using this team in this video. I'm going to sandbag a little bit and use this team. I'm going to replace your Zhongli with Diona. And that's only because not everyone has Zhongli. And I want it to represent it in a way that everyone can relate to, right? I mean, who can relate to Broken Pines? I know, but bear with me here. Now, if you don't have Albedo, you can actually put like with Zarya or Kaya on the team. They would actually help with the energy recharge a little bit. I mean, you could use Bennett too, but I don't really like Bennett. Don't ask me why. I have my reasons. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to be hopping into Spiral Abyss. We're going to be hopping into 412 of Spiral Abyss, right? And this is the Blessing of Moon. I mean, it gives us a little bit extra crit rate, but it doesn't really affect the showcase too much since it's not affecting the crit damage bonus or anything like that. And we're going to be using Eula on our second team here, and you will know why at the end of the video. And keep in mind that we are not going to take any offensive Abyss buffs. So with that said, let's get right into the showcase. Alright, here we are in Eula's 4. So how we're going to start out with is placing down Albedo's E, Official's Oz, and then Diona's hold E. Alright, and we're going to press E once with Eula, go into Burst, and we're going to get her normal combos off, and do her old E, delay a little bit here, and then we're going to get a huge stack here. There we go, so that's 230. I think that was about 12 or 13 stacks, or maybe even 14, maybe, but it's sometimes fighting these enemies is very inconsistent getting the stacks because of how the Geo Bishop moves. But let's just truck along here. Try not to get hit too much. There we go, don't die. Pop down that. So we just need to take care of these two, which is no problem for Eula. Go. Yeah, you see how much that mini light sword does? Like, that was a 34k right there. That was very juicy. Alright. Better take care of that. And let's move on to the next 4 here. Alright, so here we are on the Eula side again. This 4 is kind of troublesome, but I will try my best here. So we're going to try to keep them frozen as long as we can, because these guys can be really annoying sometimes. And risk our combo. Hold E, wait a little bit, then attack. And I don't even know how much damage that did. That is something. There's just too much going on right there for me to figure out. But it's okay. Still trucking along. If I play my cards right, there should still be a very easy 3-star clear on this chamber. Whenever the squirrel just wants to just stand still and just take the punishment. Okay, I'm gonna pop this. We're gonna try to pop his shield as fast as we can. It's okay if you don't damage anything. Well, that didn't work out, but that's okay. It is all good. Don't worry, I got it all under control. Papa's Link's got it under control. Okay, just finish off this Abyss Mage here. Yeah, that wasn't the best playing before. Like, with Zhongli, I played this way more optimally. But, you know, for the content, right? For the content, I'm sandbagging and playing with Diona. Yeah, look at her shield. Her shield doesn't last that long because I don't have her really built. But yeah, let's just finish off these cranes here and we should be good. Oh, well, that's Albedo official right there. Yep. Anyways, let's move on. Alright, here we are on Eula's half, and this can be kind of problematic because the Pyro guy does do a lot on our team because we're not running Zhongli, but let's try our best here. Let's try to take him out as fast as we can. Hopefully not have too much trouble with the Pyro Aura. He is avoiding our attacks like crazy, but that's okay. Alright, so that was a really bad build-up, but since they're Fatui, that did a crazy amount of damage, right? So that's what happened right there. Anyways, let's keep on destroying these mages. We're not critting a lot, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's see if we could change that here. Okay, hold E. Wait. 2, 3. Okay, so very poor showing there. But what can you do? Sometimes these guys are super random. And you can't really control what they do. But we're still gonna destroy this floor no matter what. Alright. A few more hits here. A nice teleport. He teleport right into my hit. Nice. Well, that was not the best showing I could have done, but without Zhongli's shield and with Dano's shield being brittle to the pyro aura, there's only so much I can do. So that's that. So thoughts on Eula? Well, she is clearly the strongest physical DPS in the game, right? She does crazy amount of burst damage if you can manage her stacks, like if you can manage her rotations. One of the things I've noticed the most playing Eula is that most of the time she kills stuff before you can even give a burst off, which is unfortunate, but I mean that's just how strong her normals are, right? Now you might be asking, is this your favorite character in the game? No, that still belongs to Hu Tao. Hu Tao requires very little setup, and she has more payoff, just because of how reactions work in this game. Now, is she better than physical Keqing? Yes.
Yes.